Is being a people pleaser bad? I mean, you're nice to everyone, you're super helpful, you probably get a lot done, people can count on you, you're totally reliable, you're a great spouse, probably a really good employee, so what could be wrong with that? I'm Brenda, Florida certified life coach, and I bet you're also exhausted and wondering when you're going to get a turn and when somebody's going to do something nice for you like you do for so many others. You see, that's the deal. Being a people pleaser has its challenges. While you're great at solving problems for others and being a peacemaker, you probably also aren't speaking up for yourself when what you want or need or your idea is different from those around you. I bet you're afraid to say no because of what other people will think, or it just feels too selfish to say no. And then we tend to get resentful towards the very people we're trying to help. Well, today I'm here to help you. And we're also going to make a cocktail because having a cocktail is fun to me. Now, it may not be your thing, and certainly we only want to have fun with cocktails. We don't want to use cocktails or anything else to numb ourselves out. But I want you to know that the journey, whether it's out of people pleasing or any other challenge that you have, doesn't have to be drudgery. We can have some fun along the way. So join me as I make a gimlet for us. All right, so we're going to start with some fun by making a gimlet today. Now, this is actually going to be one of your assignments this week, should you choose to accept it, not to make a gimlet necessarily. But I want you to do something that is fun for you. I want you to do something that makes you happy, that puts a smile on your face. And I want you to do it intentionally, right? Like you are intending to do something for yourself. You're noticing, you're doing something for yourself, because as people pleasers, we're doing so much for other people, we can forget to take care of ourselves. So, for instance, I love making cocktails. My whole family does. We're all into it, and we love to share different recipes and things like that. And so this is fun for me, so I'm sharing it with you. Now, as a reminder, we don't use cocktails or any other alcohol or any other substance to numb out. We're doing it for fun, not to numb. So, a gimlet's super easy. 3 ingredients. Vodka, you can use gin if you prefer. I use vodka. Real lime juice and simple syrup, which you can buy at the store. I make mine. But one of the things that makes this fun for me is that I don't get all purist and perfectionist and say I have to have, fresh squeezed lime juices. I always need to have limes on hand and I need to squeeze them because it takes quite a few limes. No. I'm like, you know what? It's a lot more fun to buy my Santa Cruz lime juice at the grocery store and not have to do all that. I don't even put a garnish on it because that starts to take away the fun. Now, this may seem so petty to you, but it adds up. There are so many things that you are doing that you don't really want to do, even if it's for something that you like. And so pare it down. Start to notice, make life easier on yourself. So I've already measured these ingredients out. I'll put this recipe down in the description for you. I like to do ratios instead of ounce measurements because it's just easier. I tend to measure in my shaker cup. So whatever it is for you this week, I want you to every day try to find one thing that you can do. It can be so simple, it can be so small that will just be fun or make you happy or give you a little peace, a little rest. Maybe you let yourself sleep in 15 minutes early. Maybe you take a walk outside. Getting in nature is always so helpful. Whatever it is, it doesn't need to be magnanimous. It doesn't need to be expensive. It just needs to be a moment where you are taking time for yourself. You are making it your turn. And there's no crisis, no kids, no spouse, no pet, nothing that gets to interrupt it. You just get those few minutes to yourself. So head down to the comments and tell me, what nice thing do you want to do for yourself this week? What can you do that will make you happy or be fun for you? Tell me all about it in the comments below. Number 2 on our practical tools, I want you to find just one thing this week that you decide to say no to, or to stop, or to change things in some way or another. Share it with somebody, share the assignment, share the task, ask your kids to help, your spouse to help, whatever it is. It can be on anything you want. But instead of you just doing it because you're the one who gets everything done, I want you just to stop and either let it go undone or ask somebody for help or something that will make it easier for you. Because that's the real trick of it with people pleasing, is that, as I said, it's really not sustainable. You can't keep going putting yourself in last place all the time. And so these things are just small steps you can start to take that'll move you towards prioritizing yourself. And as silly and small as they may seem, they're actually very effective. They're exactly the kinds of things I did as I started relieving myself from all my people-pleasing habits. Now, I didn't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I'm still very helpful. I'm still very thoughtful. I still get a lot of shit done. So there's those qualities we want to continue to have. You will still have them, but I also say no. I also take care of myself. I prioritize myself. I speak up for myself when somebody's asked me to do something and I just can't do it today, or I can't do one more thing, or, even situations like I have grandchildren. So maybe my daughter asked me to babysit, but I'm just exhausted. I've had a busy week and I know I need a down, weekend, not a babysitting weekend. And I'll say no. And she finds somebody else, or they change their plans, just like I did when I was a single mom and I needed help babysitting, whatever, and not everybody's available all the time. So it is not your responsibility to make everybody else's life fantastic. That's sort of a bonus tool right there. Just let that one soak in. That's very much deeper work than the rest of these things I planned to give you today, but that just popped out because that's really ultimately it, is that these tools that I'm giving you will help you start to learn how to release that sense of responsibility that you have for how other people are thinking or feeling. Oh, well, I want my daughter to go have a good time and she can't find anybody else, so I just need to go do that because what she needs is more important, or I don't want her to be upset at me, or I don't want to feel guilty. Watch for that guilt too, because that's a big one for people pleasers. Somehow, even in all of our doing, we feel like we're never doing enough, and anytime we do say no or think about saying no, we're feeling guilty, and you don't deserve that guilt. It's your job to take care of yourself. So let me know what you want to say no to. Put it down in the comments. I'm going to support you and cheer you on. And if you can't figure out how to get out of it, just ask me. I'll help you sort through it. But I want you to really take seriously this idea of where you're just doing too much and you just need to say no to this one thing to get it started, right? Just to make life a little bit easier, because it's easy to rationalize that, oh, that one thing won't matter. Having the kids pack their own lunch won't matter. I'll still have a mess to clean up, whatever. It matters. I was a single mother with 4 kids. As far as the children are concerned, having them pack their lunch, having them do their own laundry, there's so many things that, yeah, there's a little sorting and figuring out, and it doesn't mean you don't have to do anything, but it's going to make your life a lot easier. So I really want to challenge you to think about what you can say no to, even if you don't say no this week. What is it that you could do to lighten your load? And last but not least, make yourself a list. You can do this just in your phone. You can use a piece of paper if you want to do it, however is easiest for you, of things that make you happy. And these can be the most, little things like fun cocktail napkins. That's one of my crazy obsessions. Like here, I love fun cocktail napkins. I have autumn ones coming. Of course, I do holiday ones at the holidays. then I tend to go back to beachy or tropical things. I love cocktail napkins. I set my drinks on them. I set my coffee spoon on them. I love them. They bring me so much joy. Or it could be something like, traveling to Europe or whatever, everything in between. So from the small to the large, just start making a list of what would make you happy. Not what your spouse wants to do or the kids want you to do or a girlfriend wants you to do or your mom wants you to do. No, this is if nobody would be upset, nobody's going to be mad. What would you do? What would make you happy? And this could be a hard question. And if so, that's okay. Don't judge yourself about it. It's because you've been focused on other people for so long. You've forgotten to tune in to what you like. What makes you happy? What do you want to do? Maybe you want to go out for Mexican food because you have a family of picky eaters or sensitive stomachs or whatever, and you would just love to go to a Mexican food and eat all the hot Mexican foods you can eat. It doesn't matter. We don't have to deal with how practical it is. We don't have to deal with how to pay for it. We're not doing any of that right now. We're just doing that list. Just start creating this running list of things large and small that make you happy. So we're going to wrap up with this today. Absolutely subscribe to my videos so that you get all the new stuff that comes in. And check out the description for our cocktail recipe, for my email address. I would love to get some cocktail ideas from you of something you want me to make or a mocktail. That'd be fun too. So you can email me or put it down in the comments. And there's a link there also in the description to book a 15-minute call with me if you want to explore working with me one-on-one as your coach. It's not a sales call. We'll have a chat and see if it seems like now is the right time, if I'm the right coach. No obligation, no worries. Book that call if you're curious. Because what I want for you is to keep all the beautiful qualities of people pleasing, but then learn how to also prioritize yourself, speak up for yourself, build your confidence, build your self-esteem. That's what I'm Brenda Florida, certified life coach, and I'll see you in the next video.